Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Boylan. Oh, I miss you guys. I hope that you're having fun, spending time with your family. And I hope that you are looking at your sight words and your math and your numbers and all that fun stuff. And I hope that you're going to join me and we'll pretend that we are at school and we'll get to read together. So excited. I love being able to read to you. You ready? I bet you already know what this book is called. Strega Nona by Tommy Di Paola. Here we go. Strega Nona, an original tale written and illustrated by Tommy Di Paola. So he did both the words and the pictures. He did everything. Here we go. In a town in Calabria, a long time ago, there lived an old lady everyone called Strega Nona, which meant Grandma Witch. Although all the people in town talked about her in whispers, they all went to see her if they had troubles. Even the priest and the sisters of the convent went because Strega Nona did have a magic touch. She could cure a headache with oil and water and a hairpin. Who would have thought? She made special potions for the girls who wanted husbands. Ew! And she was very good at getting rid of warts. But Strega Nona was getting old, and she needed someone to help her keep her little house and garden. So she put up a sign in the town square. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. Anthony, you must sweep the house and wash the dishes. You must weed the garden and pick the vegetables. You must feed the goat and milk her. And you must fetch the water. For this, I give you 3 coins and a place to sleep and food to eat. Oh, grazie, said Big Anthony. But the one thing you must never do is touch the pasta pot. You see? No touch. It is very valuable and I don't let anyone touch it. Ah, see, yes, said Big Anthony. And so the days went by. Big Anthony did his work, and Strega Nona met with the people who came to see her for headaches, husbands, and warts. Big Anthony had a nice bed to sleep in next to the goat shed, and he had food to eat. One evening, when Big Anthony was milking the goat, he heard Strega Nona singing. Peeking in the window, he saw Strega Nona standing over the pasta pot. Ooh, look at that. And she sang, a bubble, a pasta pot. Boil me up some pasta, nice and hot. I'm hungry, and it's a time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up. And the pasta pot bubbled and boiled and was suddenly filled with steaming hot pasta. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And then Strega Nona sang, enough, enough, pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day. Oh, how wonderful, said Big Anthony. That's a magic pot for sure. And Strega Nona called Big Anthony in for supper. But too bad for Big Anthony, because he didn't see Strega Nona blow 3 kisses to the magic pasta pot. Here she is. And there she goes. I wonder what that does. We're going to find out. And this is what happened. The next day, when Big Anthony went to the town square to fetch the water, he told everyone about the pasta pot. Was he supposed to do that? I don't think so. And naturally, everyone laughed at him because it sounded so silly. I mean, really, a pot that cooked all by itself? You'd better go and confess to the priest, Big Anthony, they all said to him. Such a lie. And Big Anthony was angry, and that wasn't a very good thing to be. He was angry because nobody believed him. I'll show them, he said to himself. Ooh, that sounded like a whistle that came out. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh. Someday I will get the pasta pot and make it cook. And then they'll be sorry. That day came sooner than even Big Anthony would have thought. Because 2 days later, Strega Nona said to Big Anthony, Anthony, I must go over the mountain to the next town to see my friend Strega Amelia. Sweep the house and weed the garden, feed the goat and milk her, and for your lunch, there are some bread and cheese in the cupboard. And remember, don't touch my magic pasta pot. You understand me? Oh, yes, si, Strega Nona, said Big Anthony. But inside, he was thinking, my chance is about to happen, yes. Okay, so as soon as Strega Nona was out of sight, Big Anthony went inside, pulled the pasta pot off the shelf, and put it on the floor. Now let's see if I can remember the words. And Big Anthony sang, bubble, bubble, pasta pot. Boil me some pasta, nice and hot. I'm hungry, and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up. And sure enough, the pot bubbled and boiled and began to fill up with pasta. Ooh, aha, said Big Anthony, and he ran to the town square, jumped on the fountain, and shouted, everyone, go get your fork and a plate and a platter and a bowl. Go get it, because pasta for all at Strega Nona's house. Wow, it's going to be a pasta party. Big Anthony has made the magic pasta pot work. Of course, again, everyone laughed at him, right? Like, who's going to believe that there's a pot that cooks all by itself? Come on. So they laughed, but they did run home and get forks, plates, platters, bowls. They were getting ready just in case. And sure enough, when they got to Strega Nona's, the pasta pot was so full it was beginning to overflow. The pasta was becoming so big, it was going over the pot. So much pasta. Whoa. What do you think is going to happen? Oh, let's see. Big Anthony was a hero. Woo! He scooped out pasta and filled the plates and platters and bowls. And there was more than enough for all the townspeople, including the priest and the sisters from the convent. And some people came back for 2 and 3 helpings. But the pot was never empty. It was never 0. There was always pasta in there. It wasn't empty. When all had had their fill, Big Anthony sang, "Enough, enough, my pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day." But alas, what did he forget to do? Yes, he forgot to blow 3 kisses. Oh no. He went outside, and to the applause of the crowd, they were still so excited that they were able to eat all that pasta, not realizing it was still boiling over. And Big Anthony took a bow. Oh, thank you. Grazie, grazie tanto. Yes, I'm a hero. Yes, I know I'm a good. He was so busy listening to compliments from everyone that he didn't notice the pasta pot was still boiling until a sister from the convent said, "Oh, Big Anthony, look, what's happening, look." And pasta was pouring out of the pot all over the floor of Strega Nona's house and was coming out the door. Big Anthony rushed in and shouted the magic words again, but the pot kept bubbling and kept boiling. He took the pot off the floor, but pasta kept pouring from it. Big Anthony grabbed a cover and put it on the pot and sat on it even. Oh, maybe if I sit on it, I can stop it. What do you think? No. The pasta raised the cover and Big Anthony as well and spilled on the floor of Strega Nona's house. Ooh. How do you think she's going to react? I don't know. Stop! Stop! All the townspeople were shouting at Big Anthony, "Stop!" But the pasta did not stop. And if someone hadn't grabbed poor Big Anthony, the pasta would have covered him up. Imagine, covered up in pasta. And pasta had all but filled Strega Nona's house. Out the windows and through the doors came the pasta, and the pot kept right on bubbling. The townspeople began to worry. Oof, what are they going to do? "Do something, Big Anthony. You got to do something." They shouted at him, and Big Anthony sang the magic song again, but without the 3 kisses. Do you think it would stop? No. By this time, the pasta was on its way down the road, and all the people were running to keep ahead of it. "We must protect the town from the pasta," shouted the mayor. "Get the mattresses, tables, doors, anything to make a barricade, anything to protect their town so the pasta doesn't invade all over." They needed a barricade, something to stop it. But even that didn't work. The pot kept bubbling and the pasta kept coming. "Oh no, we are lost," said the people, and the priest and the sisters of the convent began praying. "Please, the pasta will cover our town. Please, please, make it stop, please." And it certainly would have had Strega Nona not come down the road home from her visit. She didn't have to look twice to know what had happened. You think she guessed? Yeah. I think right off the bat when she saw the pasta coming, "Big Anthony, what did you do?" She told him not to touch the magic pot. But he did. She sang the magic song, and what else did she do? Yeah, she blew the 3 kisses to the pot. And with a sputter, the pot stopped boiling, and the pasta came to a halt. That means stopped. "Oh, grazie, thank you," all the townspeople shouted. "Yes, thank you, Strega Nona." But then they turned on poor Big Anthony. "String him up! You bad! What did you do? You should not have done that." They were very angry. Strega Nona said, "Now wait. Aspetta un minuto. The punishment must fit the crime." So she wants his punishment something to do with the pasta. Think about it. And she took a fork from a lady standing nearby and held it out to Big Anthony. What do you think his punishment is going to be? Some of us may not think it's a punishment, but for Big Anthony, we're going to find out. "All right, Antonia. You wanted pasta from my magic pasta pot? And I want to sleep in my little bed tonight. So, start eating. Mangia!" And he did. Poor Big Anthony. Look at that. His belly is full of pasta, and he's got all that to go. Oh my goodness. The end. Oh. Thank you, boys and girls. I hope you had a fun time listening to Miss Boylan reading this classic book, Strega Nona. Until next time, I'll see you again. Bye-bye.